Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This time, the Fusion XYZ Festival. And do you know the deck that you should be playing for the Fusion XYZ Festival? Yes, that's right. Gaia the Magical Knight. With a little bit of Cashier, I guess. I mean, it's just one card. Anyway. I know the extra deck is not filled. You know, you just need the structure deck cards. I threw in a Super Poly in here, but Garura and some other targets are, you know, not available. So yeah, Gaia, man, like I was on a 4-game winning streak. I wanted to go to 5. You know, look. I want to take it to 5, but let's just say I've been fortunate in some of these duels. This last one I bricked a little bit, but literally, man, you know, I've been toasting these guys with Gaia, and it's basically like, you know, ranked, you know, 80% power, you know, and I've been killing guys with Gaia. So I'll show you the replays, but let's just get into the deck. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. I mean, it's just Gaia. Maybe a few maybe a few adjustments that you could either put in or take out. So Necro Garna, I got this from some other guy that was showing me a deck list. Basically, you could search this with Beginning of Heaven and Earth. It says reveal 3 warrior types and at least 1 Gaia the Fierce Knight. And then they have to randomly pick 1. If they picked Gaia the Fierce Knight, add it to your hand and send the rest. Otherwise, if they pick something that's not Gaia the Fierce Knight, you send them all to the grave. So, I mean, I guess you could just stack it with stack the choices with like 3 different Gaia the Fierce Knights, but you know, then you kind of just wasting your Gaias. I mean, you could also just put 2 monsters of the graveyard effects and 1 Gaia the Magical Knight in there. Wait, this says, oh, okay, this is always treated as Gaia the Fierce Knight. Anyway, so it's a decent tech because in the graveyard, you can negate one of your opponent's attacks unless they have a monster negate, right? So it's pretty cool. You know, battle phase kind of thing. I mean, you could activate this at any time. It says during your opponent's turn. So there's that. In terms of non-engine, I got 3 Ash, the Kashtira Unicorn because I happen to pull it. I mean, I guess you can only have 1 in this event anyway. I got the 2 Gamma Seals. I would run 3 Kaijus, but this engine, I mean, Gaia is so bricky as it is, like like you really don't want to get too crazy with the non-engine. You want to stick to the cards that help get you into Gaia. And speaking of that, I'll get into it. So Harpies, Change of Heart, you know, if you want to switch something up for another Change of Heart, by all means. Dragon Shrine to get Curse of the Dragon, or what's the other one? Curse of Dragonfire into the graveyard. And I'm thinking that's not the best tech, to be honest. I'm gonna drop this for another Gateway to Chaos because I bricked badly the last game without a Gaia in my hand. So yeah, we'll get into that. The other non-engine got a Lightning Storm. You could run 2 instead of, for example, like a triple Tactics Talent, but this saved me in one of the games. Running Sword of Concealing Light. This is pretty cool with Gaia because Gaia doesn't mind defense position monsters, especially if you made Sky Galloping Gaia, because this can inflict no, it doesn't, sorry. this can search Spiral Spear Strike, which can inflict piercing damage. There you go. I got the Super Poly, which you spoke about. Cosmic Cyclone, because I hate back row. Got the Call Buys. Forbidden Droplet, which you could replace, because I haven't used it yet. So you could definitely replace this with something else. And that's all the non-engine. In terms of the engine, 3 Galloping Gaia, which if you have Gaia the Fierce Knight in your hand, or a card that's named as Gaia the Fierce Knight, you can find one of your level 5 dragons, which is Curse of the Dragon or Curse of Dragonfire. And these are important because you need a level 5 dragon to go into most of your fusions. So Curse of the Dragon says 1 level 5 or higher dragon. Wow, I'm reading this now. I didn't know that. I thought all of them needed a level 5 dragon. But this is level 5 dragon. This says a dragon type monster. And this says a level 5 dragon. Interesting. So maybe you could sub something else for like a bestial or something along those lines. I'll explore that. I'll look into that, into like a main deck kind of Gaia build. But the reason why you want to search Curse of the Dragon is because this searches your fusion spell, Spiral Fusion, which when you use this, it gives your Gaia Fusions an extra 2600 attack, and it can make 2 attacks onto monsters. So you want monsters on the field, ideally, and you want to use Spiral Fusion to make your, boss fusion monsters. Beyond that, sorry, we didn't talk about Gateway to Chaos. So this adds you a Gaia the Fierce Knight card. So this is another searcher card. So yeah, I should have been running 3 of these. So 3 of these, 3 of the Galloping. So if you either have a Gaia card or a level 5 dragon, you could use Galloping Gaia. So that's why you need level 5 dragons, because it works with Galloping Gaia too. So yeah, unfortunately, options are kind of limited with Gaia deck. It's kind of a very linear, straightforward combo that gets if you get interrupted anywhere, you're kind of screwed. So it is what it is, but it's a lot of fun. Artillery Catapult Turtle. This can special summon Gaia the Magical Knight, which if you have a level 5 dragon in your hand, can start the rest of your combo. And if you have Gaia in your hand already, you just use Catapult Turtle to special summon Curse of the Dragon, and then that could get you the Spiral Fusion, and then you can get going that way as well. And that's pretty much it. I mean, so in terms of the fusions, you want to go into this first, because this can add the fusion spell back to your hand, because it's not once per turn. So you use this to add the Spiral Fusion back to your hand, and you go into either Sky Galloping or Gaia the Magical Knight, depending on what you need. And as I said, this one helps you to get the Spiral Spear Strike. So this helps if you can change your opponents into the defense position, and then you could draw cards from Spiral Spear Strike. Say that 3 times fast, right? Anyway, Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons. This one has a cool effect because quick effect, you can destroy the opponent's. You could target any other card on the field. So face up, face down, doesn't matter. It could be your own card. So this saved me in my most recent match where I bricked super hard. But yeah, let's get into the matches. I'll show you the gameplay. Let's just get into it. Can't I just do it like this? Okay. Alright, so I'm only showing 3 of the replays here. I think the other one was just kind of a... I think the opponent just surrendered or something. So it's not worth watching. Like immediately. So let me show you what the opponent was playing. They were on the Lyrilisc OTK, which uses an assembled Nightingale. So yeah, let me show you what happened. Okay, so alright, just to explain, so there's pros and cons to Necro Gardener, because as you can see, it can make you brick, right? Like, why draw this instead of like one of your other cards? So that's kind of the downside to this card. Anyway, so the opponent made me go first, right? Because they want to OTK me. He's doing his little combo. I'm able to Ash his Swallow's Nest. And I have another interaction in the form of Called by the Grave. So he tries to special summon one of these monsters, and I'm able to damage it. So that ends his turn. And his field is set up nicely. He searched Polymerization, which was interesting, from this Eclipse spell. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Because we're about to OTK. So I drew the Galloping Gaia, I believe, or was it the spell? Anyway, I have full combo here. So I'm able to reveal the Cursed Dragon to search out my Gaia the Magic, or the Gaia the Fierce Knight. Right, so I wanted to bait out an interaction because I saw the face down card. So I wanted to see if he would like try and negate me, which he did. So I successfully baited out the interruption because, you know, I already have the card in my hand. Fusion. So we first go into the Curse of the Dragon, because this lets you recycle the fusion spell. You just do it again by banishing this, and you have another monster to attack. I think it's worth it. So I went to Sky Galloping so I could search out the Spiral Spear Strike. Boom. And for 4K, draw this card. Boom. So, yeah, we both take damage due to his card effect, but it doesn't matter. Alright, on to the next one. This guy was playing Dark Magician? Yeah, Dark Magician. He had a very interesting build. No hand traps, no non-engine, just pure engine Dark Magician. Which he opened really well. You'll see. So props to this guy. So you're saying it's just Dark Magician, I know, but even with pure engine, he set up a decent. He set up a decent build. He had a bunch of face downs, which I didn't know what they were. Okay, so yeah, I knew what this was. This is quick play, destroy all my cards. Which, okay, I think the opponent misplayed. He had this game. he just kind of shotgunned his interaction. So I didn't know what his face down was. I knew this would destroy on my card, so I wanted to bait out his interactions, right? And I clearly do not have full combo here. Like, look at this. Necro Gardener, the level 4 Gaia the Fierce Knight. Change of Heart, which is pretty good, and Triple Tax is just good. Droplet isn't bad, but you know, I don't have any starters here. So I'm trying to bait out interaction here. He, for some reason, I guess he's really afraid of Casteria. And then he's able to add this other, what is this? I think it's like Illusion Magician or something. Which could bring back a Dark Magician. So yeah, props to this guy for putting up a decent board with just, you know, Dark Magician engine cards. So then I'm able to go Triple Tactics because he activated this. So he basically helped me win this game by, you know, his interactions. Not his fault. So now that I have the turtle, I basically have full combo because I can just search out the dragon. I use Change of Heart, and then that was smart by him. He flipped up Eternal Soul to make Dark Magician unaffected. So good job, Dark Magician player. Then he, you know, I wasted my Change of Heart on that. So Catapult Turtle to bring in the level 5 dragon, because I need to search out Spiral Fusion. And now I'm ready to go. I'm still kind of worried about what this back row is. So I make the Curse of the Dragon Fusion because I want to get the Spiral Strike spell. So I go for Sky Galloping. I get the Spiral Spear Strike. So he chooses to wait. And, you know, so I attack into Dark Magician Girl and able to draw 2, discard 1 using the Spiral Spear Strike spell, right? So I keep the Lightning Storm just in case. Maybe I should have kept the Call by the Grave. I don't know. Anyway. So then he activates Magician's Combination, which is a monster negate. I mean, this guy could have played this at any time. So I guess he's just trying to prevent my OTK. I guess he didn't realize I could pop off like that. But that's Gaia for you. So yeah, it's just a little too late, because all I was doing was trying to change this to the defense position, because I wanted to kill him this turn. But then he brings back the Dark Magician Girl, so I'm like, okay, no problem. I don't even know. Oh, you can special the Dark Magician with Magician's Salvation, which I didn't even know that was an effect on Magician's Salvation. I'm learning something new every day. So then I droplet his Magician's Rod, because I don't want him to have another turn. I want to OTK him this turn. So he brings back Dark Magician. That's fine. So I keep the guy, the Magical Knight, and then he's done with his 2 attacks, so I have to lethal with Curse of the Dragon, and it's enough. He adds a card. It's just a bluff. Cool. That's game. So yeah, you know, his deck wasn't that strong, I know, but it's pretty cool, you know, making that OTK happen. On to the next one. Alright, so this guy was playing Pen Magicians. I have no idea why in this event. Like, what do you even do with this deck without Electromite and Beyond the Pendulum? But he's playing it, so I guess it works for him. he didn't really brick. I was able to disrupt him a lot, but I bricked hard. Look at this, 9 turns. But I was still able to overcome that. Now, Curse of the Dragon can basically almost get me there, but I need Gaia in my hands to, you know, actually do anything. So okay, let's just go through this. So I'm able to Ash him here. So that slows him down a bit. Normal summons Spell Acrobat. He gets the scale. Yeah, too bad for this guy. I know how pendulum positions work, right? He pops it for another card, and then that's all he really do. I didn't even know White Wing Magician had a protection effect. Once per turn, when a card targets a dark spellcaster you control, negate the effect and destroy this card. I didn't even know that was an effect until this game. So my play was to steal his Skull Acrobat and then tribute summon Curse the Dragon, and then add a Gaia card, but yeah, didn't work out. He was able to negate it, and that's all I had. I knew I couldn't pop this because of his Pendulum Skull effect. Anyway, he's able to set up some back row, but he's not able to Pendulum Summon, which saved me. So all we can do is attack with this guy. And then he adds Perform a Pal Pendulum Swifter, which I know needs to be special summoned for his effect. So I know it's kind of dead in his hand. Basically dead. And all I can do is destroy his back. Because I have no starters. So yes, Gaia can brick. This is why Gaia is not a top tier deck, right? But it pulls its weight in this event. So don't underestimate it. Alright, so I take some damage. And he goes into Beguska, because he doesn't want me to come back. He doesn't even know what I'm playing. I didn't show what I was playing yet. And somehow I brick again. So I have to take out the Beguska. I gotta sacrifice my Kaiju. So Kaiju it up, and then Lightning Storm. What else can I do? I can't get it. I was worried that he had another monster in his hand, and all he had to do was flip up his Beguska, normal summon a monster, and I would have been dead, So I didn't want that to happen. I'm not sure why he passed. Maybe because he didn't have lethal. He didn't want to waste his cards. So I finally draw into Gaia. I can't OTK though, because he doesn't have a monster. I need monsters on his field to OTK. Anyway, I search out the field spell because I can get Spiral Spear Strike later on if I want to. So first I go into Curse of the Dragon. Add back to Spiral Fusion. Then I'm able to go into the big buff. So, just to explain, I had a choice, right? I could have went to the defense piercing one, but there's no monsters here, so there's no point in going into that. And so I went into him because at least he can destroy a card, be like maybe one of his scales, or whatever, right? So he doesn't lethal me, right? And I just set this as bait This isn't doing anything. It's just, you know, to throw him off. Mind games, right? So he puts down Oath Dragon, and that was his mistake because he should have, you know, he should have made some other play first, like putting down. Anyway, I just popped it immediately. So that's all she wrote. And that's how you crush your opponents with Gaia the Fierce Knight. I will continue playing this deck in the event, and I may into looking to playing this in ranked. It's, like I said, it's super bricky, so it really feels bad in regular ranked. I mean, like I said, this event is basically ranked just without like link monsters and synchros. So you know, it's almost full power everything else. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will continue with this, and I'll let you guys know how many games it takes me to reach the 11 wins for all the gems. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.